Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is qualifying for the Indianapolis 250. It is going to be a very big day because the championship is a major factor here today for the qualifying session. 42 points towards the pole sitter, and a lot of points on the line, especially if you make it into the top 9 shootout, which is going to be after this 20-minute session where all 33 drivers will race in a group qualifying session, and the top 9 fastest will advance on to the top 9 shootout, and positions 10 to 33, that is where they will start for the Indianapolis 250 on Saturday. Anyways, first guy out onto the racetrack is Stuart Gratton in the number 12. And mainly, a lot of what we're going to be focusing on in this qualifying session is Jonathan Rains and Matt Dallio. Matt Dallio was the fastest in yesterday's practice session, and he comes into this qualifying session only 11 points behind Jonathan Rains. Now, if Matt Dallio can start 11 positions ahead of Jonathan Rains, Matt Dallio might possibly be tied with Jonathan Rains or surpass him in the point standings depending on where they officially qualify. But we could see a new points leader at the end of the day because of all the points that are at stake here in this Indianapolis 250 qualifying session. You see Stuart Gratton's going to be the first driver to complete a time here. It's 20 minutes for all 33 drivers, and the top 9 fastest in this 20-minute session will then have a 10-minute session right after, and the fastest in that 10-minute session, the top 9 shootout, will win the pole for the Indianapolis 250. Rather slow time there for Stuart Gratton. He had to get around Audra Baranowskis, who was getting to the inside of him. Garrett Norris has gone to the fastest time right now, but expect that to change, especially when we get these packs to form up. There are 33 drivers here looking to get their fastest time in. How about Jordan Lopez? He was not too fast in practice yesterday, but he is now at the top of the board. It's a good run for him right now. And note about Audra Baranowskis, she won the Indianapolis 250 pole last year, so she knows how to get it done in these sessions. And just as I say that, she goes to the top of the board in the number 16. She is first with Stuart Gratton in second in the number 12. But something I definitely think you guys should watch out for is this little group right here. And look at how spread apart they are. If they can close in on this lap, that means that these guys, Julius Anderson, the 18 of Zachary Fitzwater, and I believe that is the 9 of Nathan Stapleton. Yes, it is. If those 3 guys can kind of close in, they might be able to beat Audra Baranowskis' time. But anyways, Baranowskis is still the fastest. And like I said, she won the pole position last year, and she has a good chance of doing so here today. But number 19 just went to the top of the board. Adam Lewis in an Indy 250 only ride. Currently the fastest guy. That just changed. Nathan Stapleton. And remember what I was saying, these guys are kind of spread apart. If they can close in, they're going to get fast times. Well, that's what Nathan Stapleton did. He didn't even close in that much either. But the Indiana native, Nathan Stapleton, currently fastest here in the first session. Remember, the top 9 go on to the top 9 shootout, so the top 9 positions are not how they will necessarily start, but for positions 10 through 33, that is how those drivers will start for the Indianapolis 250 tomorrow. Like I said, a lot of points on the line, and speaking of which, the number 33 of Matt Dallio has just gone the 7th. He is currently in the top 9, and if you are in the top 9, you're going to get a good amount of points here today in that top 9 shootout. But Matt Dallio, 7th right now. Jonathan Rains is 20th, and that is more than 11 positions. So if they in fact qualify in those positions, Matt Dallio would take the points lead at the end of today's qualifying session. Excuse me there. Here is Jonathan Rains in a pack with the number 68 of Eric Almenhart, an Indy 250 only driver, staying with Paul Minnick and Ryan Gondillo as well. But the fastest time is still Nathan Stapleton in the number 9. He actually improved his fastest time. Paul Minnick is second. Matt Dallio has gone up to the 3rd position. We got Matt Tuck in 4th. Audra Baranowskis in 5th. Stuart Gratton, Zachary Fitzwater, Adam Lewis, and Julius Anderson, who would be the top 9 if they stayed in those positions, but we're only about a quarter of the way through this qualifying session at the moment. Trying to locate Matt Tuck in the number 98. There's Matt Dallio, who is right now 4th fastest, as Noah Kars in number 28 just went to the 3rd fastest position. He has Adam Lewis ahead of him. Now Zachary Fitzwater just went to 2nd. Here's a pretty big pack. We might see some fast speeds here. Of course, we got the fastest guy in this pack. That is Nathan Stapleton in the number 9. There is Christian Master in the 25, won the Indianapolis 200 in 2015. Luke Rainey, who has a good chance at taking the points lead at the end of Saturday's race for the championship. He's only 46 points behind coming into today. And if he can get a good qualifying run, he might be closer to Jonathan Rains in the point standings heading into the Indianapolis 250 on Saturday. There's Cameron Gaju, Jesse Turner. I'm still trying to find Matt Tuck, but number 41 of Julius Anderson just went to the 3rd position. And Nathan Stapleton yet again improved his lap time. That is the 2nd time he's been in the lead and improved his lap time. This guy is looking really fast. The first guy to go under 41 seconds in this first session here for the Indianapolis 250 qualifying. I expect Daniel McMillan to get a good lap here. He is drafting the number 18 of Zachary Fitzwater. The drafting is all that it is right here in the qualifying session. You just got to be in that good pack, and if you are behind somebody, you're going to get a better lap time than those who are not drafting with anybody. See Julius Anderson here in the number 41. He is 4th right now. Al Agassi just went to 4th. Jordan Lopez back up to 3rd. Paul Minnick, the 26 of Isaac Nichols, is now 7th. Trey Bartow and Noah Kars right now in the top 9. Matt Dallio has fallen outside the top 9 shootout for the moment. Here's a pack here with Garrett Tenor, Isaac Nichols, who is 7th right now. There's Nicholas Samadio in the number 10. That number 10 won the pole with Audra Baranowskis last year. Oh no, 3 wide! Matt Dallio in the number 33 making it 3 wide, and they're going to figure it out somehow. But 3 wide here in Indianapolis is a major, major thing that you should not do. You get a lot of crashes with these guys going 3 wide throughout this racetrack, and you do not want that to happen in qualifying. Here is Jonathan Rains in the number 17, the points leader, currently 20th, with Matt Dallio 11th at the moment. And we got a few guys we really haven't seen much of yet in this session. There's Trey Bartow in the number 2. He is right now currently in the top 9. And his teammate Stuart Gratton is 9th right now. They're both in the top 9 at the moment. Audra Baranowskis is outside the top 9 right now. Same with Cameron Garlington, who won the IndyCar Grand Prix on the road course here. There's Adam Lewis, John Arndt, Noah Kars. Noah Kars is right now in the 10th position. Right now it's Nathan Stapleton, who is still the fastest driver and still the only driver to go under 41 seconds so far in this session. Zachary Fitzwater, Jordan Lopez, Al Agassi, Julius Anderson, Paul Minnick, Isaac Nichols, Trey Bartow, and Stuart Gratton. And here's a big pack here. I think this was actually the pack that we were focusing on earlier, and I still have not found Matt Tuck. There he is. I mean, I know there's some guys on the racetrack we haven't talked about yet. Matt Tuck's one of them. He was once 3rd, I do believe, but he has fallen back as these other packs have gotten faster lap times. There's the number 91 of Max Anderson. Got Herjo Larvin Alonso in the number 27. And Garrett Zanoris just popped his way into the top 9. He is right now 8th. He pushed out the number 12. Matt Dallio improved to 10th. He is still just outside the top 9 shootout. And Dallio, he knows he is really close to getting to that number 17 in points. The way they are currently running, I do believe they would be tied. No, they actually wouldn't be tied. Matt Dallio, I believe, would have a 1-point lead heading into the Indianapolis 250 on Saturday. A 1-point lead. But for now, Matt Dallio running 10th, and he would be starting 10th if he in fact finished 10th in this session for the Indianapolis 250. But there is the number 10. That looks like the number 9. focus here on Nathan Stapleton in the number 9, who is currently the fastest driver. He's actually on the pit lane right now, which is a good thing. Not need to wear out those tires for the next session. Of course, you get a fresh set of tires for the next session, so what am I saying? But it's good not to wear out the tires just in case you need to go back out there and get yourself into that top 9. But you see the top 9 there on the leaderboard. It's Nathan Stapleton, Zachary Fitzwater, Jordan Lopez, Al Legacy, Indy 250 only drivers of Julius Anderson, Paul Minnick, and the 26 of Isaac Nichols. Then it's Garrett Tenor and Trey Bartow, who would join those guys in the top 9 shootout, a 10-minute session after this one here for Indy 250 qualifying. But Jonathan Rains, the points leader here in the Haas IndyCar Series, is currently 24th. A little slow there in the number 17, while the guy who is right behind him in the point standings, Matt Dalio, is currently 10th. And if it can be that way, Matt Dalio is going to take the points lead away from Jonathan Rains. Hold on just one second. And we are back. We're talking about Jonathan Rains and Matt Dalio and the points standings. And this championship will be determined on Saturday. And a lot of points on the line for this session. I've said that so many times. I don't know why, but I just want to get it in your heads that this qualifying session it's big, because we're probably going to end up, if they happen to qualify the way they are currently running right now, Matt Dalio is going to be the points leader heading into the Indy 250, and that's a pretty big deal right there. But Jonathan Rains currently running in the 24th position and nowhere near the top 9 at the moment on speed. Here's a line that could get some good lap times. Trey Bartow is currently running in the 9th position. You got Audra Baranowskis, Stuart Grattan. Grattan is right now 11th. Baranowskis is 15th. And the number 77, really haven't seen much of Cameron Garlington getting good speeds. He is right now 28th, the defending champion of the Haas IndyCar Series. And we saw this in practice yesterday with somebody coming off the racetrack. And I think it was Audra Baranowskis that almost hit him. I mean, almost saw the same thing out of these guys entering turn number 3. But John Arndt, Adam Lewis, Noah Carr's right there, and it just changed again. We got another big pack out here on the racetrack right now. Number 98 of Matt Tuck just went to the 7th position, and he pushed the number 41 and number 6 down. The 26 is currently outside the top 9. Herja Alonso with a very fast time. Same with the 91 of Max Anderson. Max Anderson is 3rd right now with the number 27 of Herja Alonso. 4th, now 5th. No, yeah, he's 4th. Excuse me there. He is 4th in the number 27. I didn't know what I was saying there. And Matt Tuck in the number 98 is currently 7th. They had a really good run in this pack, and they are now in the top 9. And that's exactly where you want to be if you want to get this pole. But still, nobody has been able to uncap the number 9 from the lead. And Nathan Stapleton, the Indiana native, looking very fast here at Indianapolis. Matt Dalio back into the top 9 shootout. 4th fastest right now in the number 33. And he's in a pretty big pack, and he was behind it as well. And Matt Dalio, who was fastest in practice yesterday, he is looking to make this top 9 shootout and force that 17 to 2nd place in the point standings heading into the final race of the season. Now it's Nathan Stapleton, Zachary Fitzwater, Max Anderson, Matt Dalio, Herja Alonso, Jordan Lopez, and Jesse Turner with Audra Baranowskis. Baranowskis is in this pack, but Jesse Turner just moved his way into the top 9. The number 15 drafting behind Christian Master with a great time of 41.122. But Audra Baranowskis also moved her way into the top 9, and Al Legacy is right now 9th. It's Matt Tuck on the bubble spot right. Actually, Matt Tuck is the first guy on the outside looking in. Al Legacy is on the bubble spot. But look at this. These guys kind of going single file here. Now Matt Dalio and Audra Baranowskis, they are already in the top 9. But these front 3 guys in this pack are not. Stuart Grattan, Trey Bartow with a great chance in improving their lap times. Not going to do so on that lap. So Matt Dalio currently 4th, looking to make the top 9 shootout. Jonathan Rains is down to 27th now, as a lot of these guys continue to improve their lap times. The number 17 is not doing so, and that is a major thing. See him behind Eric Almenhart and Garrett Zenor right now. And He's trying to find something so he can get a better qualifying position, but it looks like the way they are currently running that Matt Dalio is going to take the points lead heading into the final race of the season. But here's a couple of guys here. The number 26 of Isaac Nichols and Nicholas Samadio. And we got these 4 cars back in here. Paul Minnick looking to join these guys in the number 6. Then we got this 5-car pack here. Look for those guys to get some fast lap times. There is Chris Skinlart in the 21. Adam Lewis, Noah Cars, Julius Anderson, and Daniel McMillan. Those 2 guys, Indianapolis 250 only drivers. There's Cameron Gaju. Gaju running all by himself on the racetrack right now. And because of that, he is 32nd fastest. The number 21 of Chris Skinlart is right now the slowest. And that is a tough break for those guys. You got to get in a pack if you want to get a good lap. That's just all there is to it. Luke Rainey in the number 67. Remember, he has a chance at winning this championship. He comes into this qualifying session only 46 points behind. And he is currently ahead of Jonathan Rains. So it looks like he would gain 12 points on Jonathan Rains heading into the final race of the season. But Matt Dalio is going to take the points lead. So Luke Rainey, I would assume, probably be about 40 points behind the championship if they kind of run where they are right now. That's a rough estimate. But that means that Luke Rainey is going to have a good chance of winning the championship on Saturday morning in the Indianapolis 250. No change in the top 9. Here's another big pack. Davey Johnson, one guy we really haven't talked about too much, but there is Zachary Fitzwater, who is now 3rd fastest, as Max Anderson improved his lap time to 2nd. Max Anderson very fast in the number 91, an Indianapolis 250 only driver. Ryan Gondillo in the 3 won the pole for the road course race right at the end of the session in qualifying for that event. There is Eli Bright, who was fastest on Saturday. I do not believe he's really drafted with anybody, and he is right now 22nd fastest. But there is the fastest guy, the number 9 of Nathan Stapleton, the only driver to go under 41 seconds right now. And he is looking very fast in that number 9. It was the number 10 that won the pole last year. It might be the number 9 this year. Remember, top 9 advance on to the top 9 shootout. I know last year we had another session in there where the top 20 made it into like the second round. This time it's only 2 rounds. The first round with all the cars qualifying for the Indianapolis 250, and then the top 9 in a 10-minute session after this one. We haven't really mentioned our defending Indianapolis 250 champion, Aaron Walpole, yet. He is currently running 25th fastest, so not too good of a time for Aaron Walpole, but he is behind this number 9 of Nathan Stapleton, and he might be able to get a draft on him. We know that number 9 of Nathan Stapleton is fast. There's Jarlarvin Alonso, 5th fastest right now, currently in the top 9. Garrett Senor, Eric Almenhart outside the top 9 right now. Remember Senor, he was in the top 9 for a moment there. He's now 15th fastest, while Almenhart is 21st fastest. There's Al Lagasse. There's 4th fastest Matt Dalio. Lagasse on the bubble right now to make it onto the top 9 shootout. He is currently 9th in that number 20. And if he can in fact stay there in the 9th position, he will have a chance at the pole position for the Indianapolis 250. 42 points for the pole sitter, and Matt Dalio knows that that is right there for him. He wants to get as many points as he possibly can so he can get as far away as he can from Jonathan Rains in the points. At this moment, Matt Dalio is going to take the points lead away from Jonathan Rains. Rains is still deep in the field now, 29th fastest. You keep in mind, there are 33 drivers qualifying for this race. There are only 4 guys behind Jonathan Rains that are slower than him. That's Chris Skinlart, Nicholas Samadio, Christian Nasser very slow, and Cameron Gaju. Look for some more fast times out of this pack here, a 5-car pack late in this session with a good chance of getting fast lap times. Of course, the 2 guys that are going to get fast lap times, if they do get fast lap times, are going to be Matt Dalio and Al Lagasse, and they're already in the top 9. See Cody Smart back in here. Really haven't talked about him too much. Cody Smart is 19th fastest right now in the number 8 in Indy 250 only ride. And Mazda trying to get a better time. He's 32nd fastest right now. Very slow for the Indianapolis 200 champion in 2015. But the top 9 has not changed. It's still Stapleton, Max Anderson, Fitzwater, Dalio, Alonso, Lopez, Turner, Baranowskis, and Lagasse, with Matt Tuck in the number 98. The first guy out, if Matt Tuck does not advance on, he stays in the 10th position. He will start 10th for the Indianapolis 250 on Saturday. And this session all but over. These guys might actually get this lap in before this session is done. But it looks like Matt Dell is going to be pretty good here. Might try to slow these guys down so they don't get faster times. He wants to stay in that top 9, but he doesn't have any worries because he's going to be in the top 9, and that is going to do it. See Al Lagasse, he is barely going to advance on in the number 20, but he is going to do so. How about the number 19? Adam Lewis right at the end, taking the 10th position away from Matt Tuck. And Adam Lewis, he did not make it into the top 9 shootout, but he did get a very good time in, and he's going to be starting 10th for the Indianapolis 250. And Matt Tuck went down to 11th place, but those guys are still going to get a decent amount of points. Matt Tuck is going to get a decent amount of points at least. The Indianapolis 250 only drivers are not eligible for points, but yeah, the number 19 of Adam Lewis, 10th. He will start 10th for the Indianapolis 250. Matt Tuck will start 11th. Julius Anderson will start in the 12th position, and then so on. All of the positions from Adam Lewis on down. That is where you guys will start for the Indianapolis 250. But for the top 9, those top 9 fastest drivers will battle it out in a 10-minute session, and whoever is fastest of those top 9 guys will grab the pole for the Indianapolis 250. Nathan Stapleton, Max Anderson, Zachary Fitzwater, the current points leader. He is going to take the points lead at the end of this session, no matter what. Jonathan Rames, 29th slowest. And Matt Dalio is going to surpass Jonathan Raines in the point standings heading into the final race of the season. That's great news for Dalio. But along with Dalio, Fitzwater, Anderson, and Stapleton, Hergelarv, Alonso, Jordan Lopez, Jesse Turner, Audra Baranowskis, and Al Lagasse, the top 9 for the top 9 shootout. And one of those 9 guys will grab the pole position for the Indianapolis 250. So here we go. The top 9 shootout, 10 minutes. Whoever's fastest grabs 42 points towards the championship and the pole for the Indianapolis 250. Let's see who does it here at the Brickyard.
Like a seasoned driver behind the wheel, Haas chips take you from caution flag levels of hunger to checkered flag feelings of satisfaction. When it comes to race day snacks, the signature crunch and endless flavors of Haas leaves the competition in a pile of chip dust. Don't settle for anything less than the champions of the chip aisle. Haas, forever good. Available at Menards.
And we are here for the top 9 shootout. Nathan Stapleton, Jordan Lopez, Jesse Turner, Audra Baranowskis, Zachary Fitzwater, Al Lagasse, Hergelarv, Alonso, Matt Dalio, and Max Anderson. Ready to do battle here for 10 minutes. The fastest driver will grab the pole for the Indianapolis 250 and 42 points towards the championship, pending if they are a full-time driver or not. Of course, if Max Anderson wins the pole, he doesn't get any points because he's only racing in the Indianapolis 250, and there's no point in giving him points because he's not going to win the championship. Let me just tell you that. But I will say this. The pole sitter gets 42 points if they are a full-time driver, but that does not mean that starting second or starting third is a bad thing. Second place will get 40 points. Third place will get 38 points, 36 points for the 4th position, and so on. Eventually, somewhere in there, it is 1-point intervals between each position, but it will definitely help, especially for Matt Dalio in this session, because pretty much no matter where you start in the top 9, you're going to get a good amount of points, and Matt Dalio will surpass Jonathan Raines in the point standings no matter what. So keep that one in mind. Matt Dalio is going to be the points leader heading into the final race of the season, the Indianapolis 250, on Saturday morning. Anyways, number 9, Nathan Stapleton. He was the fastest in the first session. Here he is on the racetrack, the first driver to complete a lap. He will be the first driver to complete a lap in the top 9 shootout, and this is for the pole. This is for all the marbles in qualifying. And whoever's fastest in this 10-minute session is going to lead the field to the green flag on Saturday morning. But even though there's only 9 cars out here, getting in a pack is going to be majorly significant. And if any of these drivers can get in a pack, they are going to be the ones to watch out for. But Nathan Stapleton, first driver to complete a lap of 41.801. There's Max Anderson in the number 91. And here's Matt Delio coming off on the racetrack. Coming out onto the racetrack, I should say, in the number 33. And Delio, who is going to be the points leader at the end of the day. He's definitely feeling pretty good, but he wants to get as many points as he possibly can. I will say this one. Jonathan Rains is only going to receive 5 points for his 29th place qualifying effort. If Matt Delio gets the pole position, that's 42 points for him. It's going to be a 37-point difference. Subtract the 11-point difference Matt Delio had on Jonathan Rains, and Matt Delio is going to have a 26-point lead if he grabs the pole here in this 10-minute shootout. It doesn't really appear. Oh no, in the wall! Upside down! Jordan Lopez and Al Legacy did not figure it out in between turns 3 and 4. And we just happened to catch that. Lopez and Al Legacy, they're going to have to come down the pit lane. They're going to have to roll out new cars. They might still get a time in, but that's going to slow them down tremendously. Look at where Audra Baranowskis is. She won the pole last year for the Indianapolis 250, trying to get her second ever pole in this race and win the pole in back-to-back races. She just went to the top of the board, and because of that, or the reason she did go to the top of the board is because she's right behind this number 91, and she's got that very good distance between her and that machine. I think she's going to have even faster lap time this time by. That's Max Anderson, who's currently third right now. Zachary Fitzwater just went to second. Nathan Stapleton is third. Max Anderson is now fourth. Then it's Matt Delio. Jesse Turner in the 20 of Al Legacy. Jordan Lopez had his issue. We'll see if Baranowskis improves her lap time. She did, a 41.344. Now remember, Nathan Stapleton went under 41 seconds in the first session. He was the only driver to do so. But it's number 16. She is drafting Max Anderson absolutely perfectly. Alonso just went to second. Trying to locate the number 27. There he is. Eric Jarvin Alonso is second. He's got that distance on Nathan Stapleton now, so he might get a good time in here. But right now, it's looking like Audra Baranowskis is going to win the Indianapolis 250 pole for 2 years in a row. But we still have halfway to go in this session. And she just improved her lap time yet again. A 41.201 now for Audra Baranowskis. She kept on getting faster, getting behind that number 91 and closing in on that 91 because of the draft. But Max Anderson, he's up to second right now. Alonso is third. And then Zachary Fitzwater, Nathan Stapleton. Actually, it's now Zachary Fitzwater and Matt Delio. I believe Delio is all by himself in the number 33. He does not have any drafting help. But Matt Delio running fifth right now. Nonetheless, he is going to be the points leader exiting today's qualifying session. And he's going to be the points leader heading into the final race of the season here in the Haas IndyCar Series. He won 3 races earlier this season, and he's got a good chance of winning his 4th ever championship on NAPAFan in the Haas IndyCar Series. He's never done that before in the IndyCar Series, but he's got a good chance of doing so on Saturday. Of course, the Indy 250 is going to be a big race, and the battle between Matt Delio and Jonathan Rains is going to be intense, and let's not count out some guys behind him. Zachary Fitzwater as well. He is a guy that is up there in the point standings, if I can remember. He's 51 points behind, and he's in this top 9 shootout right now. So Zachary Fitzwater is going to really be close in the championship heading into the Indianapolis 250. Remember, the Indy 250 is a double points race, and if you can win that thing especially, you're going to have a good chance of winning the championship if you're one of those championship contenders. There's Jesse Turner in the number 15. He is 5th fastest right now. Jordan Lopez about to finally complete a lap as he was involved in a crash with Al Legacy. And it's kind of rare to see that, especially when we only have 9 drivers on the racetrack like that. But Al Lagasse and Jordan Lopez getting into each other there. And Lagasse, I think he's also going to complete a full lap under speed here. Jordan Lopez 8th fastest right now, but Lagasse is yet to complete his speed. So of all the guys who have completed a full lap, Jordan Lopez is right now the slowest. See, Nathan Stapleton, he's 7th fastest right now. Not too good for the number 9. He's on the pit lane right now. Doesn't appear that he's going to win the pole. I think Baranowskis is going to do it because of all the guys on the racetrack, the only 2 that are kind of drafting with each other are Audra Baranowskis and Max Anderson. They are the top 2 fastest. So the only chance that Baranowskis has at losing the pole is if Max Anderson can draft her on this lap probably and get a good lap time. But then again, look at where Jesse Turner is on Jordan Lopez. If Lopez can stay out there, this number 15 could draft. Turner did draft, in fact, on that last lap. He's now up to 3rd place in the number 15. Will it be Jesse Turner winning the pole for the Indianapolis 250? And not too far behind the 15, it's his teammate, number 16, Audra Baranowskis, who is already the fastest driver on the racetrack. Jordan Lopez is going to get held up a little bit here by Nathan Stapleton. Stapleton might have a chance. He might be able to draft with Jordan Lopez. We're just going to have to see what Turner does. If Turner can close in on this pack in front of him, he's going to have a chance at the pole. Let's watch and see. Matt Dalio is 6th, but he is still going to be the points leader heading into the final race of the season here in the Haas IndyCar Series. With Stapleton coming onto the racetrack like that, I think Turner's going to have a really good chance at drafting this number 9 before this session is over. So let's watch and see what Jesse Turner does here at the end of Indianapolis 250 qualifying for 2017. 42 points towards the championship on the line if a full-time Haas IndyCar Series driver happens to be fastest in this session. And Turner is closing in on Nathan Stapleton in front of him. A minute left in the session. I believe he's going to get 2 more laps in, and then that's going to be it for this top 9 shootout. But he doesn't need it. He just went to the top of the board in the number 15, Jesse Turner, 41.122, drafting the number 9 and the number 14. That is the advantage the number 15 has. Instead of it just being 1 driver in front of him, it's 2. That's why the 15 is so fast right now, because he's drafting 2 cars, and 2 cars are better than 1. But Audra Baranowskis, it appeared that she was going to win the Indianapolis 250 pole for the 2nd year in a row, but it looks like her teammate is going to steal it away from her. Jesse Turner in the number 15. He did not improve his lap time that time by, but no worries for him. Nobody else improved either. And it looks like this number 15 is going to lead the field to the green flag for the Indianapolis 250 on Saturday morning. So it'll be the Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan Racing Team on the front row for the Indianapolis 250. The number 15 and the number 16 will start side by side most likely. And those Honda engines definitely very powerful. And Jesse Turner's going to grab 42 points towards the championship. Now, I can't remember where he is in the points, but he's not too far down. And with a win in the Indianapolis 250, Jesse Turner could possibly surprise us all and win the championship. It's possible. But this session is going to end right here. And it's going to be Jesse Turner starting on the pole position for the Indianapolis 250. Once this timer is done, I think it is over. And it isn't quite yet, so keep on saying that Turner's going to be on the pole, but we're not really looking out for anybody else here. Well, Matt Dalio, 7th fastest right now. Zachary Fitzwater, 8th fastest. Matt Dalio is actually going to pull away from Fitzwater in the points, so Dalio definitely looking very good right now in number 33. There's Sergio Larvin Alonso. He's going to be 6th fastest. Number 18 of Fitzwater, 8th fastest, and you see these 3 guys. Jordan Lopez, 5th fastest right now. Nathan Stapleton improved his lap time from being in that group. Stapleton is going to be 4th, going to start 4th in the Indianapolis 250, so the Indiana native going to start up front in his race. But it's going to be Jesse Turner leading the field to the green flag for the Indianapolis 250 on Saturday morning. The fastest time in the top 9 shootout, and 42 points towards the championship for him. But it's 40 points for Audra Baranowskis, 36 points for Nathan Stapleton. Stapleton could really use that. He was really deep in the points coming into today's race, but those 36 points he got from this qualifying session definitely going to help that number 9. Of course, he's not going to win the championship, but that definitely helps the morale there of Nathan Stapleton. And I forget how it is, but it's a range of 34 to 26 points for the next few guys, so a lot of points for those guys. Of course, you guys will see the point standings at the end of this video, and it is going to be the number 33 of Matt Delia who will start on the pole position for Saturday, or no, sorry, it's going to be the number 33 of Matt Delia who is going to be in the points lead for the Indianapolis 250 heading into the final race of the season. Jesse Turner is going to start on the pole, and number 15, Matt Delia, is going to be the points leader. And he's going to have a good chance at winning the championship on Saturday. But what a lot of these guys have on their minds is winning the Indianapolis 250. When it comes to Delia and Rames, those are probably the only two guys who are really thinking about the championship. Everybody else is there to win it. And they're going to be fighting frantically for the Indianapolis 250 victory on Saturday morning. 100 laps here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And it is going to be grand. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Jesse Turner for winning the pole position for the Indianapolis 250 in 2017. And he will lead the field to the green flag on Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time for the Indianapolis 250. Thank you guys very much for watching. Here are the point standings after Indy 250 qualifications here for the Haas IndyCar Series. And Matt Delia is going to be the points leader heading into the final race of the season. I will see you guys later.
Like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight.